Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. You will see the way this man speak with President of Kenya, William Ruto. Oh my God, that is how you talk to people without no insult, without no shame, without no fear. You speak to power like that. You speak to the Gen Z. Oh my God, I love this. If anybody should stood up for the whole all Africa president like this, life would be better. Watch the video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed and stay safe. Thank you for subscribing.
At a breakfast made for prayer was a sermon that stole the show and shook the nation. An American pastor walked into the room and told Kenya's top leadership the one thing Gen Z has been demanding for months: say sorry and mean it. NTV's Michelle Ngelo Vyambo attended the event and reports on the bold call-out, the president's rare apology, and the big question many are still asking: was it honest or just a forced sorry?
He walked up quietly, just a preacher with a past in American football and a message that stunned the house. American preacher Ricky Bolden wasn't here for niceties, he was here for truth. His voice pierced the polished politeness of Kenya's national prayer breakfast, speaking just months after over 60 protesters, most of them Gen Z, were killed and dozens more disappeared.
What Gen Z is dying, and I'm talking because I have Gen Zs. They're dying to be loved. They're dying for a seat at the table. They're dying to be respected. And I won't ever forget, when my boys were growing up, because sometimes as parents, we want our children to stay children all of their lives. But that's not the case with Gen Zers. Gen Zers have grown up, they've gone to college. Some of our Gen Zers are smarter than we are.
It was a direct call-out on behalf of a generation brutalized, belittled, and brushed aside. His tone wasn't soft, his challenge was clear.
And one of the most frustrating things that can happen to a Gen Zer is that you keep treating them like a child. And I gotta tell you, I started praying for Kenya because, I work with young people, I mentor young people. I understand a little bit about their minds. And one of the things I prayed for is I said, here's my prayer. I said, Lord, I pray the adults would apologize to our Gen Zers.
Then came the real gut punch, a direct call out to the very leaders seated before him.
Wouldn't it be beautiful if leaders would stand up and say to our Gen Zs, we had you arrested. And we know that had to be traumatizing. And we're sorry.
The room was quiet, and then the president stood.
To our children, if there is any misstep, we apologize.
And while the apologies came, so did the contradictions.
We need to do better than just say, children, we are sorry. First of all, calling us children instead of adults.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, who was Interior Minister during the Gen Z demos, tried to strike a balance, calling for mutual respect.
However, equally, we respectfully request our children also to respect authority.
Jesus is our friend.
Respect, it seems, is still being negotiated. But what about sincerity?
Personally, I feel it's just another headline moment because, first of all, it has taken this long to just get an apology.
We say that it is always good to have respect. We respect the young people, the Gen Zs, and we also respect the old people, so that we are all able to accommodate one another. And when we do this, then you find that as society, we are able to live well together.
But would that presidential apology have ever come without Pastor Bolden's push? It's a moment of reflection, but for Kenya's Gen Z, it might just be a moment too late. The political class came with prayers and apologies, But trust isn't earned through statements on a podium, it's earned through real change, real action. And that's what Kenya's Gen Z are waiting to see. Michelle Ngele Odhiambo, NTV.